Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. It's May 6th, 2022, and I hope all of you guys are having a great start to your Friday. I wanted to come on here because I felt so inspired to talk about the word change. And I was listening, every morning that I'm on, I'm getting ready, I turn on some sort of podcast for inspiration. It kind of opens up the channels for me and allows me to kind of tap into messages and allowing me to kind of do my self-work in the morning, which is what I love to do. This has been my routine for years. And this morning I was really wrestling with something and with my own personal stuff. And I just happened to be on a podcast that was talking about the word change. And I was really thinking about how I'm really struggling with my personal change right now. There's a lot of change that's happening in my life. Hello, Lori. Hi, good morning. And I just felt like, I was really reflecting on what my change is for me. And for me personally, I feel like I'm kind of shedding an old identity that I've been really wrestling with, I would say, for, just some time now. But I feel like now more than ever, there is no option. It's happening to me, and it's almost like the experience is happening to me. And it is for me, trust me, but I'm witnessing it from an outside spectator. I don't have a choice. I have to roll with this experience, and I'm being led to kind of discover a part of myself that is scary. It's really scary to be with change. And change for you could be a child's going to college. A change for you could be grieving over a loved one. Change for you could be becoming a parent. Change could be anything. It could be not even big marbles. It could be small marbles. Because it doesn't really matter how big the experience is. It's more about what we're really feeling inside with it. Because truly changes, the experience itself is to awaken us. And so I sat there this morning and I was really thinking about, wow, you are really struggling with this. And I've been struggling hardcore with this experience. And this experience is really making me kind of really see how attached I am to my old identity. And it's interesting because the old identity really, it's not even real. It's this false idea of who I believed I was based upon circumstances. And so what I need to know, and yesterday morning I was sitting there, and after my workout, I decided to put this I Am meditation on, or music on. And I was laying there and I was listening to this I Am beautiful music on my yoga mat. And I kept hearing, you are complete and whole. You don't need to have circumstances or actual things in your life occur or the expectation to be met for you to be complete and whole. And so I was really thinking a lot about that. These have been my thoughts I've been having. And so today's topic, just as I was talking to you guys, it's really about just what does it mean to have courage during times of change? How do we have courage during times of change? And what does that courage look like? And the first thing I feel like I need to know, and all of us may tap into, and this is my experience that I'm kind of witnessing. So if these messages resonate with you, just, then there's a reason. So for me, change and having courage during change is to know that this experience is really for the best of myself. That this experience that's happening is helping me, really wake up to some internal demons and fears I've been wrestling with, and that it's safe to let them go. I'm safe to let them go. The hard part, it's not even about the experience itself. The hard part is the story I've created around this experience. So once I begin to realize that there is this narrative around this change that I need to witness and I need to let go of, once I do that, I will be able to easily be more fluid in this experience of letting go of that narrative, that attachment, whatever I believe I'm attached to, and just see what it looks like to just be in a fluid flow state. And so when I'm in that space of flow, I can then be a spectator to this new energy that's kind of happening through me. I can be a spectator of like, witness that like this whole time I've always been safe. This whole time I've always been complete. I don't need to be attached to things like that anymore. And the other part to courage is to get honest. How do we get honest? We just get honest by witnessing, what does it mean? Of like, what does my attachment mean? And so one great tool to do with this would be to get a journal book out and to write down, how am I attached to this situation? And just let the pen flow and just see what comes up. And it might be really hard. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It might be hard. But when you do this, just let yourself be immersed in this experience. And then the third way to really have courage is to see that rawness and ask yourself, what is happening in my life that is really good? What can I have gratitude about that is going really well in my life? How can I see how I already am complete? So how are you complete? That is the third question. Okay, how are you complete right now? Because we are complete. We are all complete. But we create these stories to make us believe that we are incomplete in our life. So courage, having courage during times of change, it's not the easiest thing. But when you just allow yourself to say, okay, I'm really ready to do this. I'm really ready to see how this story or narrative just doesn't fit me anymore. This attachment of mine to the situation just doesn't fit me anymore. Because you know it doesn't feel right. You know it doesn't feel good to hold on to the story of this attachment. You know this. So we sit here in this uncomfortable state because we're too scared to make the first move, to move forward out of it. But the truth is so many of us will sit here. We will sit in this saturation of this really not so good feeling energy. And the truth is, we know we don't want to be here anymore. So if you know you don't want to be here anymore, then this needs to be the motivating factor for you to want to make the first move and be courageous to make that change happen and to flow with it. So this is the work. So if all these messages really just make sense to you, then please listen to this. Listen to this message today, okay? So I'm going to start picking some piles here. I've got like 5 minutes to do this. I'm only going to pick 3 cards. And I'm going to pick piles 1, 2, and 3. And whatever pile you're feeling connected with, whatever number, 1, 2, or 3, listen to that message, okay? So just take a moment right now and close your eyes and take a deep breath and connect with that space. And just trust, like, this is what I want to connect with this number. And trust that this is happening. Wow. Okay. I can tell you this is going to be a little crazy. Okay. So, pile number 1, there is a message. Now, the sword is about honesty. So the page is offering you this education of self. This is like what we just talked about, like educating yourself how to get honest, educating yourself how to, maybe it's through books, maybe it's through a message from a friend. But the sword is this cutthroat, honest conversation with yourself. It's time. There's this time to educate yourself on what do you want your life to look like? How do you want to feel? This is a self-education experience. So how do you want to feel? I can tell you that most of us don't want to wake up in the morning wrestling with the story or the situation or these feelings, right? So the sword is offering this gentle but kind of cutthroat experience of like, it's time to be honest. So if you're pile number 1, this is the encouragement that you can witness your feelings. You can be raw with yourself, and it's not going to be as hardcore as you think it's going to be. Okay? So this is an offer to you, like, this is what needs to happen. In pile number 2, this is an encouragement to you to know that there's tremendous guidance that's happening in your life right now. This could be from a partner, from a friend, from a mentor, from a teacher. It could be from this community. You're not alone. You are not alone in number 2, because I feel like in pile number 2, you need someone to kind of hold your hand through this experience, say, I've got you. I've been through that. And maybe this is an encouraging conversation you've just had. But this is also the encouraging conversation I'm having with you right now if you're pile number 2. I've got you. You're not alone. As I'm able to share with you my rawness, this is encouraging you. I'm holding your hand to say that you can do this for yourself. You can see the change that you want. You can get honest with yourself. You can see how this is hard. You can be honest that it's hard. It is hard. This is not supposed to be easy stuff, but we can know that there is support and there is guidance. Always guidance for us. Okay? It is always. So you have a choice to stay in victim, or you have a choice to say, I'm ready to see that it is hard. And you can get honest that maybe right now is not the time to make those crazy moves, but I can just sit in this honest conversation with myself. But if the other space is like, oh, no, it's not happening to me, or, oh, look at me, this is happening to me, that's not working for you either. And pile number 3 is an offer, and this is this really beautiful energy. So the night is kind of this, I'm in a young energy, so kind of like you're in this fresh path. And maybe this is an offer being made to you. They're an offer to kind of come out of your shell, an offer to come out more. Come with me, let's get out of here. So there's someone that might be in pile number 3, maybe encouraging you to get out of your shell, to come out of your home, to go travel, to do something. There's an offer here of new. And I feel like this person is also kind of like, I was just where you were just at. I was just where you were just at. You're not alone. So in pile number 3, it's kind of like, it's time to get out of your shell. It's time to explore more, to be around like-minded people, to have new experiences, to show you that there's this other way of living, that the way you've been living in the shell is just this saturating ego experience of like, I don't know how I can do this. This is like this self-limiting experience, or I'm really feeling sad and depressed about what I'm going through. But pile number 3 is saying it's time. It's time, it's time, it's time to get out of that rut. So I hope these messages serve you today. And I would love to hear if this resonates, what pile you picked, what you're going through. If I could offer any guidance or words of encouragement to you guys, please know you're not alone. I'm going through it too. I think so many of us are. This has been a kind of a trial and error time for the last couple of years of us really exploring what it means to be happy and how to really be in this flow of change. There's a lot happening. So I encourage you today to just maybe start this conversation with yourself. Okay? Have a beautiful Friday, everybody, and I will chat with you guys later. Okay, bye-bye.